Yay, and we are live. Hi, hi, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. And this is another session on Ask HR. So, yeah, we're waiting for you to join. Please tell your friends, your family members, your colleagues. Today promises to be exciting as we're talking about top HR tips to breaking into any industry. So, you can imagine all of you that want to change jobs, please feel free, to join this session. And we'll just wait a bit so we can start at 12:05 so that people can join. So, hi, thank you for joining. Please let me know if you can hear and let us know where you are joining from. So if you're joining from Lagos, you can write Lagos. If you're joining from Abuja, from Kano, from Kaduna. Hi, Hope, how are you? So do let us know where you're joining from. So please share the link. Ebonyi. Wow, how is the weather at Ebonyi today? Interesting. How is it in Ebonyi? Lagos. Yay, Imo State, Lagos. Wow, how is it in Imo? Lagos, I think, is a bit cloudy. It's cold here. Dubai, we're blue. Nice, nice. Ifo, Ogun State, Kaduna, Abuja, UK. I can see. Thank you so much for joining. From Lagos, Nigeria, from Kogi State, from Port Harcourt. Wow, interesting. You guys, you're the real deal here, and I'm saying thank you. Thank you for joining us. So feel free to, share with your friends. Let them know that today it's a big deal for you. Come on, we're entering August, and the year is, it's coming to an end. Some people are still looking for their dream jobs, and here we are teaching you top HR tips for breaking into any industry. So if you want to go into the recruitment industry, any industry pretty much, agricultural, industry, anything, just, let us know. Kwara, Plateau State, Anambra. Nice. Thank you so much for joining. So I said we're going to start by 12:02, and we have, someone lovely in the house today coming to give us from a well of wisdom. She's going to enrich you today, and her name is Toyin Lasaki. Come on, guys, put your hands together. See, I'm so hyped because today is going to be really, really nice. Hi, Toyin. How are you today?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm doing good. How are you, Tutife?
I'm fine, thank you. See, people are excited. They're joining from everywhere. Nice. Nice one. All right. So we have 2 minutes before we start.
All right.
And don't forget, once we already gave people like the opportunity to ask questions, so we already have like a couple of questions here. Once we are done answering that, we'll throw it out to the house and they can also leave their questions in the comment section. Yeah, yeah. So, yes, thank you. Thank you for joining. Sharing from Lagos, I see you. Thank you so much. Adeyemi Caleb joining from Abuja. Nice. Thank you so much for joining. So 1 minute on the clock and then we start. So don't forget to tell your friends about it. Like I said, be nice, share this to them, and help a life, make an impact. It might just be this. Somebody will learn something, and guess what? Boom, they already have their dream jobs. So from Benin Republic, why Sandra? I see you too. From Canada. How is the weather in Canada today? Nice, nice, nice. All right. So we have 1 minute on the clock to start. From India. Hi. How are you? See, Tony, you're global. This is a global session. Imagine you're here in Lagos and then you're in India, you're in Canada, you're in the UK, you're in Kaduna, you're in Port. Come on, come on. Nice. All right, all right. So we are about to start. Don't forget to share the link. And yeah, it's 12:05 on the dot. Top HR tips for breaking into any industry. So I'm going to start. So let's get familiar with Toyin, right? Toyin, when you started your career, what industry did you start in?
I started in a consulting firm. I was
Okay.
there for a few months. Yeah, it's an HR consulting firm in Lekki. That's where I started my career.
Okay. So how many industries have you moved into since you started?
Okay, consulting. After the consulting industry, I moved to real estate industry. Then
Nice.
I moved to a construction industry.
Okay.
Then I moved to the marketing communication industry, and then I'm back into real estate industry, but another arm of real estate.
Real estate. Oh,
Yes.
so and how was this transition for you? Was it seamless? Was it easy?
Okay, it was. I would say it was quite seamless for me because I've really all the jobs that I've taken up, most of I think all of them were based on referrals, and so it's I've found it quite seamless because I've been able to build my network, both socially and then professionally, such that when I'm ready to move, there's something that is already available for me, and then I can just transition, seamlessly.
Okay, nice. So now my follow-up question will be, you've done manufacturing, you've done construction, consulting, real estate. Now, is it still the same skill set or you have to learn something else to be able to function in these industries?
Okay, so I'd like to correct you. I've not done manufacturing, just
Okay.
construction,
Construction, real estate,
consulting, real
and real
estate,
estate.
then marketing communications.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'll say, and I've done HR in all these industries, but I'll say the skill sets they are not completely same. When in terms of my HR career, the skill set is quite the same. But when it comes to industry, there are the culture. There's different
Okay.
culture based on
Yeah.
the kind of industry where you are in. So I won't say the skill set is different. HR skill set is quite same in this different industries, but there are some skill sets you might need to acquire more of it, and there are some that you've used in previous industry that maybe industry after you now get to use it again. So I won't say they are different skill sets.
Okay, they're not different. All right. Thank you so much for that. And again, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. We are talking on top HR tips for breaking into any industry. Now we'll go into the questions. Now, my first question here is, what are the chances of securing a befitting job as a fresh graduate?
Can you hear me, Tife?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me too?
Okay. I think I lost you right there.
Okay, someone is asking that what are the chances of securing a befitting job as a fresh graduate?
As a fresh graduate. Okay, so
Yes,
you need
please.
to be able to, for you to get a befitting job, you need to
Uh-oh, we've lost you. Hi, Toyin. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. I think I lost Toyin, but I don't know if it's me or her. So please let me know. Please let me know if you can hear. If you can hear me, please let me know. Okay, Genevieve, you can hear me. All right. We lost, I think, is our internet. Now, the question still stands. What are the chances of securing a befitting job as a fresh graduate? Now, for me, I'm going to ask, what do you mean by befitting? Right? Because I know that Nigerians are like, I'm a fresh graduate, especially private school students. I'm like, I paid so amount of money for school fees. I cannot be earning anything less than maybe 200K for starters, right? The chances, it depends on the industry. There are some industries like that will give you, for example, in some banks, their graduate training program pays at least that amount, 200K, you will get it, right? Whereas in some other industries, you might not get as much as that. But it also depends on what industry you're trying to go into, what role. And as you know, I always tell people that are in school, right, that you don't have to wait until you come out before you actually work, volunteer, intern somewhere. While you are in school, try to build yourself, try to add value to yourself. Go for internships, right? For me, for example, in school, we had this 6 months internship, and that was in 200 and 300 level. And that was where I even started. Oh, when it comes, I did the first one in a television station, and I was like, well, I like this life, but I want to try out something else. And then the second one, I did it as an advertising agency, which I really loved because come on, it was good, and that helped me when I wanted to start like in getting my first job. That built me up. So that's something you have to do. Tony is connecting, so don't just wait every time. Just wait and say, oh, till I come out of school, then I want to get this job. I want to become an analyst or I want to become an associate, just like that. So, Tony, do you have anything to say about that?
Okay, so apart from identifying and deciding, what career you want to step into, you also need to, inquire about the right skills needed for you to,
Yeah.
function very well in that career, and then try as much as possible to garner those skills, and then update your CV. Ensure you structure your CV properly, and then you can start, spreading out your CV, looking out for organizations or the industry where you want to practice start your career, and then sending out your CV, sending in applications, and then when you're sending in applications, make sure that you see a lot of graduates, they see ads and they require 5 years experience based on the ad, and then you still applying for those roles. Ensure that you're applying for roles based that you're qualified for. you
Yeah.
know it reduces your chances of getting disappointed when you're not shortlisted for interviews. So build up your CV, let people know that you're sourcing for a new job, let people know the industry where you're sourcing for a new job, the kind of role you're looking out for, and then start mingling and networking with people in that industry or people in that organization. LinkedIn has provided us a platform where you can easily network and build, reach out to people in that industry, in that organization via LinkedIn, speak to them, talk to them about your interests, so that you create a top of mind awareness about your profile to them.
All right. So your chances of securing a befitting job, Tony has already explained to you. So please ensure that you add knowledge, add value to yourself. Because come on, why would I give you this role if you don't have anything that you're going to give out, right? Now, the second
Okay.
question is, how can I effectively switch careers? Effectively, how can I switch careers?
Okay, for you to switch careers, let's say I'll use a scenario. Let's say you are in admin, you're an admin
Yeah,
person, and then you're looking to switch into a finance role or to build a career in finance. What you need to do is to, identify the certifications, the competencies, required for that new career that you are switching to. So for
yeah,
you to switch from admin to finance, you're going to be looking at, okay, what professional qualification do they require in finance role? You're going to be looking at registering for your ICANN or the ACCA qualification, and then start taking those certifications. Sometimes you're looking at adding going for a master's degree in that new career, so you need to weigh your options. Is it a professional certification first, or is that is
yeah.
relevant in that industry or in that career, I mean, or is it an additional you know is it a master's degree? Then you need to now start also, for example, if you're an admin person in a company and then you want to move into the accounts department or finance department, you make friends with the staff in finance department, ask questions. How do you do this? What do you do this? What do you think I need? How do you think I need? What should do you think I need to do to qualify, for a role in finance department? You can walk up to the HR department and speak to the HR staff there, and let him know your interest. The HR person can even counsel you and guide you. So I would always say, speak out. If you want to switch careers, if you're looking for a job, always speak out. You don't know who will refer you. You don't know who will give you that information that you will need to switch to that career. Then start, if possible, if you're in an organization that is quite liberal, where you can easily start doing some tasks in that, because I've been in an organization where the admin person there, the front desk person there, um, developed interest in HR. So what I started doing when she told me, I counseled her on having a doing a CIPM, certification. Then also I started giving her some, very basic HR task, and then start guiding her. So you can start, get close to that department or that career, someone in that career where you want to switch to, ask questions. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups in different, for different careers. Join WhatsApp groups, ask questions, let people on the group know that you're interested in switching careers, get guidance. With that, it's easy for you to switch. Then you also need to build yourself. As you're writing your ICANN or professional qualification in that new career, start applying the knowledge gained. Start practicalizing it. You can volunteer in another that department. You can volunteer in another organization. Maybe a lot of organizations employ people that you can virtually, start volunteering, and then or maybe in your church you can start volunteering there. So it's quite straightforward. Hi, Tife.
Okay. Now,
Yes, I can hear you.
okay, can you hear me now? Apologies
I
for
can hear
that.
you now, Tife.
All right, good. So I was just emphasizing what you said. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. Please say it, speak up, when you're trying to switch career paths. Open your mouth, say something, reach out to your HR managers, let them know that, oh, I'm interested, in this and in that. I don't mind volunteering. And then you can, add knowledge to yourself. Now, the next question is, what are the steps to take when pursuing a career as an HR personnel? What are the steps to take?
Okay. So you need to identify the professional qualification, relevant professional qualification for an HR person. I always tell people that,
Okay.
especially for people who didn't do HR as their first degree. I didn't do HR as my first degree. I did a course,
Yeah.
far from HR. So what I did, so I'm going to be, responding based on my experience, and you try as much as possible to get your professional certification in HR. We have the Nigeria one, the CIPM, and then we have the
IPM.
foreign one, HRCI, sorry, SPHRI and HRBPs. So try as much as possible to enroll so that you can learn, have a practical knowledge of, a theoretical knowledge of the HR practice. Then you can also volunteer in an organization where HR is being practiced. Start learning from there. Then also read books. I remember that when I was starting my career in HR. Can you hear me, Tife?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I was reading books related to HR. Like I said, I started in a consulting firm as a very junior staff. So what I was doing then was I was reaching out to my line, my direct line managers, and I kept asking for more work related to HR. That I need to teach me how to do this. I need to learn how to shortlist CVs. What do you look out for? So you must be open to learning, and then also be open to, if for example you're working somewhere at the moment and you're looking at building a career in HR,
Yeah.
volunteer in an organization. If you also must be open to taking a pay cut if possible. Sometimes you have to decide, is it about the money, or me being able to break into HR and then build a career in HR. So there's the part of volunteering. There's the part of reading on your own about the HR practice. There's the part of also networking with people in the industry, in the
Yeah.
HR practice, and also learning from them. HR WhatsApp groups, there's a lot of things that goes on in there. You can learn a lot from there that you're not even learning in the office environment. Then also the professional HR certification. Try as much as possible to enroll, and then take all the necessary necessary stages and get qualified. It gives you opportunity to be seen by organizations who need an
Okay, I think I lost Tony again. So one thing I will also add from my end is now, we talked about switching careers, and now we're also talking about being like how you want to start, in this new career. Sometimes it takes a while. It's not something that is fast. So you have to be patient, right? I always tell people looking for a job is a job on its own. So you switching career paths is also a job on its own, because one, if you don't want to start from level zero and you're saying, oh, I don't want to be an intern, I want to be on this level, then you need to equip yourself with enough value, enough knowledge, so that when you go out, oh, there's this vacancy, there's this position that is vacant, and then you go out and you're like, I want to apply for it, they won't treat you like you're a newbie, because you've already grounded yourself, like the foundation is right. So don't forget, open your mouth, speak with HR professionals, speak with try to take courses, certifications. There are free courses actually that you can also still take that will help you, and then try to also get certified. Try to, get your hands dirty. Getting your hands dirty, what I mean is try to like work on it. Now they might not give you the big, like the how will I say, the critical aspect of it, but you know that, oh, you are working on something, right? And yes, we have free courses as well that you can plug into. If you want more information about that, please send us a DM, and then we'll give you that. Or also send us an email. We are open, to letting you know about it. So somebody is asking here, skill or talent, what is more required for the workforce? Skill or talent? Hi Toy.
apologies.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's fine.
apologies for the break in transmission.
It's Nigeria, don't worry. We'll blame the country. So somebody is asking, skills or talent, what is more important in the workforce?
Skills or talent. So I won't respond to that by saying it's either skills or talent, but I'll just
Yeah.
explain, the concept of skills and talent. Talent is something that is inborn, that you have, naturally, that comes to you naturally. You find it easy to do. So you don't
Yeah.
need when they wake you up from sleep, you can do it. That but skill is something that you have to learn. You need to learn it, like learning. Okay, let me give an example. For someone that wants to do medicine, there are two
Yeah.
categories of persons. Someone might want to do medicine because the person is passionate about helping people, about saving lives. Then you can be able
Yeah.
to identify that that's a talent for that person. But second category is the person that wants to do medicine because he feels that there's money in medicine. There are two different scenarios. I want to be a footballer because they are making a lot of money. Footballers are now they are making a lot of money. Or I want to be a
Yes.
footballer because I'm passionate about winning. I just love the game. Those are the people that research about the game. They do a lot of analysis and all that. So there are two different scenarios. But the thing there is that for talents, is easier in an organization for someone that has that a talent in a particular area. It's easier for that person to excel on the job compared to someone that just has the skill, that has learned the skill to do that role. Sometimes we face a lot of crises at work. Someone that is passionate about that job, someone that has the talent for the job, will still stay there and still want to do that job. But someone that just went to learn the skill, that just has the skills, how to learn the skill and is skillful in the job, might say, "Oh, I'm switching careers because I can't just cope anymore." So that's how that's the difference between talent and skills. So the question is, what kind of person will an organization want to hire? Is it someone that is
Yeah.
passionate about that profession, that it comes to it naturally, or someone that we had to train to get that, to be able to do that function? So it's weighing the options. It's I think it's better to be talented at something, and then you can now enhance the person's sharpen it with a lot of coaching and all that. But for the skillful person, it's also good, but how long can that person last on that job? How long can that person last in that particular career? Will the person jump at the slightest feeling of discomfort? So that's the way I will respond to that question.
All right. Thank you. So you can hear somewhat your talent is also, required. We're not pushing anyone. We're not saying this is greater than this is greater than this, and all that. Because it gives you some sense of motivation, right? So yeah. Good. Somebody's asking here, why aren't interns trained? Most organizations employ them and leave it to them to sort it out.
Okay. So my response to that is, for organizations to train, and devote time to interns, they have to be intentional about it. You know, is it that in the vision of the organization, that it's the internship arrangement is incorporated into it from the word go? If it's not incorporated into it, if it's such that, oh, someone just sent in an application to be an intern, and then because of that's the major reason why you are taking on intern in your organization, then there won't be really time or energy or or effort devoted to training interns. So it takes an organization that has that in their plan from day one, that okay, we are going to be having interns, we are going to be taking onboarding interns, as part of our recruitment strategy or succession planning strategy. So then those organizations will devote time in ensuring that interns that pass through them are well trained. There's a proper structure in place. There's a proper internship program in place in that organization. So it depends on the vision of the organization. It depends on the culture of the organization. Do they see it as priority or not? If they don't see it as priority, then an intern that that passes through that organization might end up not gaining any experience from that particular organization.
Yes, nice. So I also want to tell job seekers, right? Even if you're like applying for the role of an intern. Now, there was this thing, for example, when I was doing my internship at one of the television stations in Lagos, we're just very nonchalant about it, right? So we're just there. Everybody was being basic, like, how will I be here? What will I do? Last night they'll send you to buy amala. You buy amala for them, you come, they'll tell you to proofread news, and it was just basic. But there was one girl that stood out for me, and she was keen. She wanted to learn, and she had a nice voice. So she was the one that they were always pushing forward. What am I saying? If you show that you are ready to learn, there is no way your line manager, because you're definitely under someone, there is no way your line manager will not take interest in you and they will want to teach you. But if you are someone that they give you one work that they say you should deliver by maybe 12 o'clock or COB, and you're taking forever. You're not even asking questions. You are not trying to be strategic about it. Then I'm more like, well, one is either you're after the money, you shall need the money. No, wala, I'll give you basic things to do. But if I see that you are ready to learn, then I will give you more work. I'll be particular about you because I'm like, I want to help you as well, right? So that you're not wasting your 6 months here. So for you asking that question, I want you to ask yourself again, how did I portray myself? Is it like I'm ready to learn, or I'm just here to not waste my time? Like to just know that I'm leaving the house every morning and I'm coming back, right? Okay, so now next question. Somebody wants to find out, how do I get a mentor?
Okay, so before I respond to that, I'm going to go back to the question you just asked now. I
Yeah,
just to add that when I had my internship, 3 months internship, I had that in the library. That's where I learned how to use a computer.
yeah,
And then that's where I picked interest in human resources because
yeah,
when I was in the library and there were a lot of books there, and I started browsing through the books and I just picked interest in human resources. And so there are things that you should, even as an individual, like you said, Tife, you have to be intentional about it.
yeah.
Some people see it as a place where, it's opportunity, it's a holiday for us. We're just going to be faffing around and all that.
You get.
So going back to the question on mentors. So for you to be able to identify a mentor, you need to first and foremost, very important to define your career goals.
Yeah,
Define your career goals and establish if you really need a mentor at that point, at the point you are in your career. Is it a mentor that you need? If the answer is yes, then start try as much as possible to identify who your mentor could be. What industry are you looking at? Who are the people around you? Most often times, you look for someone that you admire, that you see that, oh, okay, I wish I can, be like this person. So you have to shortlist maybe like 3 to 5 persons, go through their profile and confirm if it aligns with where you see yourself in the next few years. Find out what values the person has, if it aligns with your values, so that if you do now start a mentorship arrangement with that person, your values don't clash. If your values clash, it could be a distraction. So if you've identified the person, you now need to approach that person softly and politely and professionally. Maybe it's
yeah.
someone on LinkedIn, or someone that is that's maybe someone that you need to find out who can give you access to that person. If it's someone that you can easily approach on LinkedIn, arrange for, don't just bust into that person's
DM.
DM and say, I want you to be my mentor. Establish a relationship,
Yeah.
professionally. Don't just put yourself in the person's face anyhow. Don't put too much pressure on that person. Try as much as possible to get an appointment with that person. It could be virtually and it could be physical appointments. Then, when you are able to establish an appointment with that person, tell the person about your career goals, where you see yourself, and then tell your person, also let the person know why you think, why you have chosen that person as someone that it a likely person to be your mentor. Let that person know. It makes the person also person is happy and be like, oh, okay, so I have these qualities and that someone is admiring out there. Then ask that person, politely if you can, be a mentee to the person. It has to be a mutual relationship. There has to be a mutual agreement from the beginning. Then
Yeah.
make sure that even you yourself, you are open to learning, and then you are also available to sacrifice time. So it's one thing to have a mentor and the mentor says, okay, let's meet somewhere, or let's, because you have to work with the mentor's time. The person, most mentors are busy people. So, and then you are the one giving excuses that I don't have time, I'm not available, and all that. So ensure that you are ready to sacrifice time, to be available for that, mentorship to happen. Then ensure that the person, you try as much as possible to get the person to give you a structure. I remember when I had a mentor. Sometimes you identify a mentor yourself, and sometimes you run a program whereby a mentor is attached to you. So try as much as possible to make it structured. Let the person give you maybe a schedule of activities. Of course, when the person knows your career goals, both of you are able to work out a plan, map out a plan on how you want the mentorship journey to be. Ensure, like I said, ensure you are always available. And then you can also initiate a meeting without your mentor. So it's not that your mentor has the sole responsibility of initiating a meeting. Also initiate a meeting and then give an account of the progress you're making in your career. Ensure you give an account of it to that person. So because the person also wants feedback, wants to know if the knowledge or guidance is given to you, if it's making an impact, if it's bringing forth fruits. So that's what I think you should do. The
Bring
pathway
it
on
to one.
identifying and having a mentor.
Yeah, thank you so much, Doing, for that. One thing I would just add is, in building rapport with these people, follow the person, right? It shows that you know me. You know that I am capable of, mentoring you. It's just, okay, so I was at this event where you spoke, blah, 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 about this and that, let the person, it's just you making, like, you're familiarizing yourself with the person. It's good. It's just a tip.
That's
It will, it will help you as well. Now, somebody is asking, can one stand a good job chance with just a degree certificate and not having postgraduate certificate basically the person is asking, can the person have a job, a good job without just with just your BSc or MSc certificate?
okay. Can you take the question again, Tife? I didn't quite hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can someone get a good job with your BSc or MSc now without having, all the other certifications that is needed? Can you get a good job?
Okay, yes, you can get a good job with your BSc, your first degree certificate, even better with MSc certificate. So it depends on you. It depends on how you've developed your skills. If you're currently working somewhere else, how you have put yourself, made yourself available to learn, gain, and then apply that knowledge. Yes, it also depends on the field. There are some fields that you need professional qualifications to get a better chance of getting a job. For example,
Yeah.
if you want to be an accountant, if you want to work as an accountant, you need to do a professional qualification. You stand a better chance than someone that just has a BSc or someone with even MSc. So there are some job roles like that. And even for you to grow up the career ladder, you need to get some certifications too. As an HR person, okay, check this out. You see a lot of job ads there, and an HR person, you see that recently, even for the past, several years, they will ask for professional certification. So you stand a better chance, to be realistic. You stand a better chance. Yes, you can get a good job with your first degree and MSc, but you stand a better chance of getting shortlisted, especially when the criteria is for you to have a certification. I'm hiring for a role currently, and one of the things that I'm looking out for is RICS, for the incumbents to have RICS qualification. So it depends, and the market, even for us, and as career people, the market is quite stiff now. You need talents, and then you have clients asking for, when you're bidding for a job, they expect you to send the profile or CVs of staff or employees that will work on that job, especially oil and gas. And then you start seeing some requirements. So it means that when you're going as a recruiter, when you are going to market to hire, you start looking for those, certifications and all that. So it gives you a better chance if you have professional qualifications. But there's a caveat. It depends on that role. It depends on the career path you're
Yeah.
building. So it's not generalization.
Yeah, it is not. Yeah, and another thing, read the JD, because if you read the JD, if they need you to have this particular certificate, they will state it there, right? Now,
Yeah.
while we are speaking on, having this degree or not, I know, yes, we understand, and I'm going to talk about CV here because even without having this certificate, it doesn't hinder you if you can also sell yourself well on your CV. Now, I have a lot of people come and ask me questions that does it make sense for you to pay somebody to write it? It makes perfect sense because why? I don't even have the certificate, but I can do the job. How do I sell myself to the
So
hiring
myself,
manager? Do you
yeah.
understand? Or the recruiter
Mhm.
that I can do the job? My dear people, pay money. Jobberman will do that for you. We are going to help you write your CV. Now we have different packages. Why is Toyin smiling? But it's the truth. We need to help. We're here to help. Like we're legit here for you. We have different packages, right? Just send us an email. Send us a DM on Instagram. Let us know that you're interested in this, you're interested in that, and then we'll be able to help you sell yourself better. I know that there's, even when me as I am now, I'm recruiting for some roles, and then some people apply, and I'm like, you didn't even sell yourself well, and then you say you have 5 years of experience, and I'm like, if only you could sell yourself well. I can't even convince the hiring manager that okay, oh, this person can do the job. So please help us to help you, right? Come reach out to us, and then we'll help you, with your CV. Now, somebody is asking, being in a mid-level career, how can you transition into HR or tech within 6 months to a year without taking a pay cut?
Without taking a
Yeah,
pay cut, first and foremost, let the person know that you have to be open. You have to keep your options open. See, pay cuts, sometimes it depends on what you want. Is it about the money alone or about building your career? So you have to know what you want. Sometimes you have to take a pay cut. I've had to take a pay cut before. I wasn't switching careers, but I saw more prospects in
in
that,
the mirror.
in that organization. So I didn't
Yeah,
mind. I took that pay cut. So if you want to switch in 6 months, yeah, 6 months is quite short, but is achievable. So it all depends on you. Are you building yourself professionally, career wise? Build up you need to identify the skills and competencies required in that new career, and then start building those skill sets, those competencies required in the new career. There are a lot of webinars out there now that you can just enroll on, and then there are some professional certifications that you can get within that period, like all this, for especially for example for HR, all this SPHRI, the HRBPs. You can, in 6 months, you can get those certification. Update your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is the fastest way of selling yourself, because recruiters go there to you know source for talents on a regular basis. Update your LinkedIn profile. I believe Jobberman too can help people update LinkedIn profile, give
their
guidance
profiles.
on how to update their LinkedIn profile. Sell
Yeah.
yourself. So, there's a way you build up your profile with the skills and competencies you've acquired that people in that career that you're looking out to switch to, they easily pick you. Then also start following those organizations where the career you're planning to switch to. Start following the organizations. Start putting posts, articles, blogs on your LinkedIn profile. Let people know that you have knowledge about that, industry. Those are some of the things that these recruiters look out for. Then also, what you can also do is to start making comments on when people post relevant, articles related to that career you're switching to. Post your comments, put intelligent comments there. People, you can never tell. Someone might be looking out, and then the person will just pick it up from there. Then network, build your network,
Yeah.
talk to people in that career, and attend events in that career, tech events, attend, move around, speak to people, so some of the ways that you can easily switch in 6 months. 6 months is a short period of time, but it's achievable within that period of time.
Yeah, 6 months to 1 year. So what I'm going to chip in now again is Jobberman Nigeria, we're here for you. Now we always tell people, like we've been saying it, you should always, update your profile. Make sure it is 100%, right? Because at the end of the day, we're not bragging that we have 6 million users just for bragging sake. It's because at the end, we want you to be able to apply for these jobs when you now let me just give you a tip. Recruiters in house, right? They have this role to fill. This is what they do. We go to the database first. There's something called poaching people. I need to fill this role. We leverage on our database first that okay, oh, these are what the hiring managers are looking for. So we go and we search through our database. Now, if we see that you have it, by all means, we'll give you a call, tell you about the role, send you the JD, and you will now let us know, oh, I'm interested in it. And guess what? We will shortlist you just like that. But it doesn't happen if you do not update your profile. So you need to ensure that you update it. Some people they've opened their profile since 2008 or in 2021, right? Or since 2010, this is 2021. Try to update your profile. And one interesting thing that we have again is a personality assessment test whereby you can take it on your profile. Oh, I want to know who I am. It will help you, gauge my personality. Do you understand? So you can also take that on your profile. But don't forget, you should update it 100%. Then you can take the test and you also get the results. And it helps you. It's more of being self-aware, right? We need it in today's world. Now, as I've asked all the questions here, if you have any other question in the house now, the time is this is 12:48, so we have like 12 minutes before we end this session. Please feel free to drop your questions here, and then we'll answer you. We'll, reply you. Now I can see one from Chinyere. Please, what are the professional certifications if you want to go into oil and gas? Going into oil and gas, yes. Going into oil and gas as what? Is it as a marketing manager? Is it as a data analyst? Is it as an HR manager? Is it as a finance analyst? What role? You have to be more specific because it's not like there's just one general certificate or certification that you have to take. It has to be tied to your role. Oil and gas is just an industry, right? Um, let me see. I'm trying to switch and I will get you. Yes. Kingdom is asking, please, what can you say or advise someone switching from computer engineering to data analyst? All right. Do you have the skill set? You have to conduct your own personal skill gap. Be fair, says to yourself, to thyself be true. Computer engineering, data analysis, right? I want to become a data analyst. Now, computer engineering, this is what is required for me. The certifications I need, the career growth, my values, everything, you outline it here. Data analyst, this is what I need. This is what the role will be doing. This is what I will be doing in the future. These are the requirements. Then once you do that, you can now start taking, baby steps like we always say. Do you want to go for an internship? You start from, okay, being an intern, then you graduate, you move up the ladder to becoming an analyst or an associate, right? Or maybe you already have the skill set. Then by all means, if you see positions available, you can, you know, you can apply for it. But don't forget, you cannot use your computer engineering CV to apply for the data analyst position. It doesn't rhyme, it doesn't sync, right? So, still, again, one is either you rewrite it yourself, or if you need a professional to help you, feel free to, send us an email and then we will attend to you, right? Hi, Ting. Don't mind this network. Don't mind the network. We'll
Thank you,
soon be
Faith.
done. Don't mind the network. All right. So I'm just trying to scan through questions, and someone is asking, how relevant is it to get a master's, especially if you are diverting from your original course of study? Masters or relevant certifications? Can you hear me?
So the person wants to know if master should be the next call. Yes, I can hear you, Tife.
Or
Can you hear me,
okay,
Tife?
great. Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I can hear you.
so the person wants to know. Okay, the person wants to know if he or she should go for a master's degree or professional certification, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what I would advise, like, it depends on the career you're willing to tool, your career path. So, like I said earlier, there are some, professions or career path that's, it's a professional certification that is the next point of call. So, like I said, if you want to do accounting, it's better for you to do, take your professional qualification before you take your MSc or master's degree. So it majorly depends on what is required for that career path you want to tool. And what can help you is, get when you go out, when go online and you see the requirements for different similar roles that are similar to what you want to take up. Check the requirements. What's the specification? What are they looking for? It helps you to decide on, oh, okay, you think this is the area you should tool now. And then of course you can get, an experienced HR person to guide you, to counsel you on which you should take first. I would always go for, professional qualification, for example, for an HR person, for a finance person, for someone who wants to do like a data analyst or IT related, this techie thing. There are a lot of
Yeah.
professional certifications online that they take, that gives them a better chance of getting the right job that they need. So it depends on the career path you're tooling. That determine if your next step should be professional certifications or a master's degree.
All right. Thank you so much. The time is 12:53 and I have good news. See,
Do you hear
I'm
me,
the bearer
Tife?
of good news. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me, Tony?
Yes, I
All
can. I
right. So
can.
I bring great. So I bring good news, right?
Yes, I can hear
Now,
you.
it is called the Jobberman intern pool. Really simple call for interns. And how do you access it? One, visit jobberman.com/soft skills to sign up for the free soft skills training. It is free. These are skills that they don't teach in school. They won't teach you teamwork. We all did technical. I studied mass comm. It was technical paperwork that we all did, right? So here, come and learn soft skills, skills that will help you in the workplace. Now you have to complete the course and get certified. That's the good thing. You get a certificate for it. Now the third thing is complete your Jobberman profile, like I said before, to 100%, and just like that, you are in. So if you're looking for a job, right, this is a free way, very easy, seamless process for you to get it. I'll say it again. Visit soft skills to sign up for the free soft skills training, complete the course, and get certified. Now, the last thing you have to do is complete your Jobberman profile. So your profile on Jobberman, ensure that it is 100%, and just like that, we'll contact the winners. Are we good? Good news. We like this. We like this. If we should clap. All right. So I will take. We have 5 more minutes. So let's see if we can take two questions. I have one here. Someone is asking, at what age can someone not apply for internship?
Okay, so I don't want to put an age barrier to it. There are some internships that you take, while in school. There are some
Yeah.
internship that you take, after you finish school. So it depends on, there's no age barrier, really. Are you willing to learn? Do you want to learn? Is there an organization that is willing to absorb you and give you a chance, give you an opportunity to do, a short internship? So I wouldn't put an age barrier to it. So it depends on you, and then on your willingness to want to learn. Do you need that internship,
Yeah.
program? And then also, if there's an available organization that can absorb you. So I'm not talking about structured internship, because internship generally is just a period of learning. For a particular period of time. So
Hi, Toyin, sorry, you're
you
breaking.
want to learn for a particular period of time. So an organization can give you that opportunity. Some would say, okay, yes, I'm open to training you for 3 months. Can you hear? If I hear,
But yes, but it is breaking. The line is breaking.
can you hear me, Tiffany?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hi, Toyin, can you hear me?
Okay, so I was saying that it depends. Okay, so I was saying that it depends on you. I'm yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear you, Tiffany?
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
So I'm not going to.
Oh, so we lost her, right? So one thing I would say, right, is we learn every day. The only time you stop learning is when we basically die. So if you want to apply for an internship, by all means, don't let your age limit you. Don't let it be a barrier for you, right? Just put your best foot forward, apply, meet people, talk to them that, oh, I'm interested in an internship in this organization. And yeah, if they have a role like an opening, they can give you the job. So don't let your age, don't be like, oh, I'm 30 or I'm 25 and I can't be an intern at this age. No, don't let that limit you. Be open-minded, right? Now, the last question for today is somebody's asking, how do I explain to my interviewer as to why I have had different kind of job experiences? Reason why I had different job experiences was to try out different things to know my skills, talents, strengths, and weaknesses. Um, Different type of job experiences. Are you talking about the industry? That's one. What type of experience is that? Because really not, I started off as a content developer, and here I am today in HR, right? Hi, Toyi. Welcome.
Hi.
Yeah. So you were saying something. Sorry, we'll come back to that question. I just want her to wrap on
Okay,
that.
so I was saying that that is age should not discourage you from
Yeah.
applying for that internship. Are you open to learning? Let's put the age aside. Are you open to learning? And then is there an available organization that is willing to absorb you? Because
Yeah.
internship is just a period of training, unless an organization has said that, oh, okay, there's an age restriction for internship in their own organization. But if there isn't, there's no, the intention is just to learn. So don't let age be a barrier to you going for an internship program if an organization is willing to take you on board despite your age.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So we have 1 minute on the clock. Somebody just wants to know, how do I explain to my interviewer as to why I've had different kind of job experiences? So the person is saying that the reason why the person has so many experiences or those different ones is to know his skill, talent, strengths, and weaknesses.
So the experience, is it in, I need to get more information. Is it that the
Yeah.
person has moved, has done different job roles in, different organizations?
The person didn't say it, just put it that way. So that's what I was also saying. That it has to be more specific with the question. All right. Thank you so much. It's already 1 o'clock.
You're breaking up,
Thank you.
Tife.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you not clearly though.
Is it better?
Okay, it's better now.
All right. Thank you so much, Tony, for your time. Thank you for, enlightening us today, and we appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for
You're
joining.
welcome.
Please do not forget, Jobama will not ask you to pay money for anything, right? So please, we reach out to people via specific mediums, right? So please ensure you are beware of scam, because I know that there's a text message saying that people should, click on one WhatsApp link or call them. We don't do that. We do not do that. So please help us tell people, don't pay any money or anything. Thank you so much for joining us this session. Feel free to also share with your friends, as this will be available on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.